Yo, what up, world? 502 King Paul coming to you out with another video, man. Man, you already know what time it is when you see me in this tank top. Just left from the gym, got me some time in, get my physical together so I can keep my mental together, honestly, y'all. This video, I don't know if it'll be one of the more popular videos because people tend to shy away from this subject, and I'm not going to. I feel like this subject is highly needed, but I just want to stress to y'all, for one, everybody goes through crazy things in life, man. I don't care who you are. I don't care how rich you are, how well off of a background you came from, if you came from a quote-unquote perfect family. You know, if you just had every advantage in life coming up, man, everybody goes through things. Everybody goes through very rough times in life. Everyone's going to be tested before we leave this earth. And that's for sure and for certain. You're going to be tested before you leave this earth. You're going to be tested physically. You're going to be tested emotionally. You're going to be tested mentally. And when you're tested in all these different areas, man, one thing that's important, that I believe is important, that I know is important, is that you have some type of spiritual connection, man, to a higher power. You know, I talk to all different kinds of people of different backgrounds, different religions, different races. Honestly, man, I know, you know, I'm clearly, you know, you see that I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. However, I do not believe that has to separate me from other people. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what religious background you're from. I don't care where you grew up at. I don't care how old you are, how young you are. I don't believe in discriminating against other people unless you are just a hateful human being, you know, someone who seeps hate out into the world, someone who sows confusion amongst friends or, you know, different people into the world, man. You know, if you're a troublemaker, I stay away from you. Yeah, I can separate myself from you. But when it comes into different religions, I don't knock anybody because honestly, any one of us could have been born in any part of the world. You could have been born in India. You could have been born, you know, you could have been born growing up and, you know, your family was Hindu, you know, or you could have grown up in a family that was Buddhist. You could have grew up in a family that they followed Islam, you know, they're Muslim. You could have grew up in a family that was Christian. You can grow up in any kind of family, any kind of circumstance. So I never knock the next man or woman for what they believe in. But one thing that I do truly believe is that you have to have some type of spiritual connection, man. Some kind of spiritual connection to a higher power. You absolutely have to. I remember I worked with this girl, right? This one girl, this was like, I'm trying to think. This is a while ago. I want to say maybe about 9 years ago, something like that. But anyway, long story short, she used to come into work every single day. I mean, just depressed every single day. Every day she would come in depressed. Every day she would come in just down, out. And I'm like, man, what's going on with you? Because that's just the type of person I am. I'm realizing that more and more as I get older. But, you know, even back then, I was always that person that if I saw somebody doing wrong, if I saw somebody doing, you know, not wrong, I'm sorry, but if I saw somebody who was down, you know, I could tell something was wrong with them, then I would always reach out and be like, hey, what's going on? You know, and just try to help out to the best of my abilities. And I realized, you know, over the years, you can't help out everyone, but I at least tried to, man. And, you know, she would tell me about the things she was going through. And I was just like, you know, well, you just got to pray on it. You got to pray on it. And I would always tell her this, you know, you got to talk to God. You got to trust. You got to have faith that these things are going to get better for you. And one day she just let it spill out to me, man, that she's an atheist. She said, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in this. I'm like, okay. And I remember it shocked me at the time. It really, really shocked me at the time because, you know, it's my first time ever meeting somebody who outright said, I'm an atheist. Like, I don't believe in anything. Like, you don't believe in anything? You don't believe in anything at all. I mean, no God. You don't even believe that your ancestors are watching. No, you don't believe in anything. It was just so shocking to me, man. It was so shocking to me. So I definitely, you know, from that moment on, I was like, man, you know, I don't care what people are. I don't care what you choose to do. But you got to believe in something. You got to have some kind of spirituality about you to get through this life, man. You know, on this channel, I talk a lot about, you know, my addiction, my battle with addiction. You know, when I started smoking weed, how I got away from that. And a key component that I realized not everyone believes in God, but a key component and a true reason why I believe that I was able to beat it is because I prayed through it. I prayed through it. I really asked God, take this urge away from me, take the want away from me, take the, you know, this addiction away from me. And what would happen is once I started praying on it, every time that I would smoke, I would get convicted within my spirit. I would feel conviction. I'm like, the same thing that you are asking God for is the same thing that you are continuing to do. And I would feel so down and bad about me continuing to smoke day in, day out, you know, after I'd already asked God, please, to take this away from me. I would also start having negative effects like being extremely paranoid. You know, I was, dropping hella weight, man. I was dropping a lot of weight. I was, you know, just looking bad. You know, people comment on my videos all the time and talk about how, you know, the difference in how I looked back then in my older videos. If you go back a year or 2 years ago and look at my videos, how much of a difference they see, how much more healthier I look. And trust and believe, if y'all can see it, I can see it as well, man. I can definitely see it. So it's one thing that, you know, I have to realize that, you know, all that praying and, you know, God was showing me, hey, you know, if you continue to do this, if you continue to ask me to do this, to help you through this situation, but then you don't listen to me. You don't listen to my voice when I'm speaking to you. You don't pay attention to the signs that I'm showing you. You don't pay attention to the things that are going around in your life as a consequence of it. You're just going to go down, 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 down. And thank God I ended up coming out of that situation. But there's so many situations, man, I just had to pray through. And the reason why I truly believe in God, now, like I said, I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm not trying to make you anything, but I do want to share this with y'all. The reason why I truly believe that you have to have spirituality is because I've been through so much in my life. Forget just the addiction. I've been through so much that I had to pray through. Times where I didn't see a way out, and prayer and my relationship with God made a way out. God made a way out of no way each and every time. I mean, I'm talking about situations, not to where it kind of maybe could have been God. I mean, situations where there was literally, I could see no way out of it, period. And the only way that I made it out was through God. And I think that he does it intentionally. You know, it appears that you're trapped. It appears that you can't get out of this situation. It appears that things are so bad, you know, and he makes things situational like that to where when he pulls you out of it, or whatever you believe in, when God pulls you out of it, that you know it could only be God. It could only be God. Because you tried to keep on doing it yourself. Tried to manipulate the situation. Tried to maneuver the situation. And then you pray and pray and pray. And then you like, man, I just give up. I give it to you, God. I give it to you. And when you come out of that situation, you look back on those situations and you should intentionally be thinking, there's no way I would have made my way out of this situation if it wasn't for God. No way possible. No way possible. So I just want to put this video out here, man, and just encourage y'all. If you're watching this video and you're going through something and you've tried every single way to manipulate it that you possibly can, you're going through whatever it is emotionally, if you're going through something physically and you just like, man, I've tried and tried and tried. I'm trying these new medications. I'm trying this new thing. I'm trying this. I'm trying that. I cannot get out of it. I cannot find a way. Man, I just challenge you to give it up to God. And I mean, really give it up to God, because you have to have faith that when you do this, when you give it up to God, and I apologize, I keep looking around because I'm like out in public right now. So I stay looking around when I'm out and there's people moving around me. But you have to challenge yourself that, you know what? I've done everything that I can do. Let me try to give it up to God. Let me try to give it up to God. Let me really have that faith. Because if you don't have that faith and you don't put it behind your words, you don't put it behind your thoughts, you don't truly believe what it is that you are giving up to God, it'll never work. So I just ask that y'all take moments and just be thankful. Take moments and be thankful of everything that you have inside of your life. I know even if times are hard, even if you're going through things, just take a moment and just look at where you're at. Look at what you do have. Don't focus on what you don't have. Look at everything that you've already been through. That is the evidence that God wants you here for a reason. Too many times I've walked out and I've almost died coming out of my house. I just got into a bad car accident at the beginning of this year, in the last year, beginning of this year, around New Year's. I got There's been times where I walked out, got out of my car, and I had bullets that stepped right out into the middle of a shootout, bullets flying past my head. No reason why hearing those bullets that I shouldn't have been dead. There's been so many times if I would have just did something that's slightly different, I wouldn't be here. So there's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you made it to this point in this video. It's because God wanted you to hear this. So I just want to share this with y'all. If y'all have anything to comment, any ideas, you know, anything that's on your mind about the content that I'm putting out inside this video, let me know. If you like the video, take a moment, go down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. It's 502 King Power. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Till next time, I'm out.